Welcome back to NCG Reptiles, and today
we're talking about handling geckos.
Handling geckos. Alright, let's check it out. Alright guys, so today we're going to talk about handling reptiles with little children. Alright. And we have ages, see, there we got ages 2. Hey, look at the video. Hey, gotta check out the video. We have ages 2, 3, and 5, right? And we're wondering if we should handle the gecko together, but I think we can handle it, right guys? What do you guys think?
Yes.
Can we handle geckos? Yes. We're gonna get Gecko out?
Yes.
Alright, so when we handle geckos, we wanna make sure that the gecko's gonna be calm. Yes, we want a calm gecko before we hand the geckos over to the kids, right? Hey. Hey guys, we're doing a video. So this is our first take.
Yes.
And
Little children.
with little children, right? And we want to, we're not practicing or anything. We're just going for it, and we're gonna see what happens when we take a gecko out and how the children are going to react. And so I'm gonna grab a gecko. You guys hold on. I'm gonna get a gecko for us, okay? All right. So Angelina, why is it important for little kids to handle geckos?
Because when them grow up, them know how to handle geckos.
Yes, and then little kids are gonna love geckos, right? And they're gonna love reptiles. And then when they grow up,
so the little kids start from little, and then grow a little bigger, and then them be with the gecko. Mommy.
all right. So this is our gecko, right? This is our gecko Olive. Now this is a crested gecko, and I picked this gecko one because this is usually our calmest gecko. Let me pull them up to the screen for you guys to see. This is our calmest gecko, so you don't want a crazy gecko when you're handling them. You want to make sure you get a gecko, and I just woke this gecko up and it's not running. A lot of our other geckos, when you try to get them out, they'll start trying to run up the wall and they'll start going crazy. So you want to make sure you have a calm gecko. This is our first take. I just took it right out of the tank, and we're going to see how this gecko reacts with the kids. Now, you want to make sure the gecko's safe. So you want to have a table in case the gecko does jump. So you want to have your kids sitting at a table like I have here, right? And then you want the geckos calm. And what you do is you want to take your time for each kid to handle the gecko. So we're going to go with Angelina since she's the closest. So you got to hold on, right? You wait your turn. So you teach your kids to wait their turn. And so what I do is I tell them thumbs out, right? So thumbs out, and then I allow the gecko to crawl on her with her thumbs out. Now, if the gecko decides to jump, then I'll help her out. So you want to always help your kids. And then you wait your turn, right? And you wait your turn. And you see how Angelina is holding the gecko and she's keeping her thumbs out. And what she's doing right now, she's walking the gecko. So the gecko wants to walk, right? And jump. So it's okay, right? The gecko want to give her a kiss. I want to give her a kiss too, but we can't do it right now. So what the gecko does is, you see his little legs in the back? They like to load those little legs up, and then when they load it up, they spring off. So you want to watch out. So wherever the gecko's face is pointing, you're gonna see, and the gecko's gonna want to jump with the legs loaded up. But this gecko is usually pretty calm. You can see how this gecko's handling pretty well. So Angelina's her rules are to keep her thumbs out. That way she doesn't squish the gecko. And so we're gonna go to the little one. This is the baby. And usually what I do is I tell her to hold my hand. Put your hand here. Turn it, right? Put your hand here. And this is how I'll get them used to the gecko. So keep your hand there. Let's say freeze. I tell her to freeze, and the gecko will crawl on top of her little hand. See? No, don't grab. No grabbing. Yeah.
Mom, Daddy.
Let's see if we can get the gecko back. All right, gecko's back. So put your hand here. Okay, don't move. And then I'll allow the gecko to crawl on top of her little fingers. And that's how I do real small babies. That's how I do. She's only 2 years old, so that's how I have her handle the gecko. So hold on, okay, now it's Isaiah's turn. Isaiah, so he's old enough to understand. Okay, you gotta take your turn. Okay, you get a minute. Hold on. Now it's Isaiah's turn. So hands out. He understands hands out, fingers out, right? And I'm gonna place the gecko on his hand too. The kids get really excited. You can see. No, don't grab him. And Daddy will help you. Okay? Put your hands back out like this. And you can crawl on top of him, just like that. See? Don't move. Freeze. And then you just let them look at the gecko. They want to pet him, but don't let them grab the gecko or anything. You want to make sure the gecko's safe, right? You want to make sure the gecko's not in any harm. And you want to keep these, no petting, hold on. You want to keep these geckos short period of time. You don't want to hold them for hours on end. So I don't handle my geckos too much, but when they do, I pick the one that's really calm and I only do it for a few minutes and then I put the gecko away. They do get stressed out. This gecko is pretty good at handling. That's why I like using this gecko with the kids. And then the best part is when these kids love the geckos. Okay, so we're gonna do Angelina first. The best part of doing this, our kids are future breeders, right? They're future lawmakers. So if you get them involved in these reptiles when they're young, they can influence the future. You want to make sure that the kids are loving it. They're not scared of geckos, right? When you grow up, what do you want to be?
A veterinarian.
A veterinarian, right? Like, I never even told her that. She figured out on her own that's what she wants to be. And that's awesome. You know, I don't know what the other kids are going to be, but I know they're going to like reptiles because, look, they're handling them right now. Put your hand right here.
One of her claws are a little scratchy.
Yeah, her claws are a little scratchy. And I've noticed crested geckos are a little bit softer. Oh, it's okay. Daddy got it.
Oops.
Are a little bit softer. A little bit softer than gargoyle geckos. And they seem to calm down a little bit quicker. So I actually, even though I really like gargoyle geckos and I have a ton of gargoyle geckos, I think the crested geckos that I do have are a little bit more calmer, right?
And
Yeah.
and we have only one gecko.
Yeah, we have one crazy crested gecko that I don't even like to handle because the minute I open up the cage, he likes to run out and try to climb up the walls and stuff, right? All right, so should kids handle geckos? What do you think, guys?
Yes.
You guys love the geckos? Yeah, I love geckos too. And guess what? They all had gecko tattoos. We went out and what was the one thing that they did? They got little temporary gecko tattoos, which was pretty awesome. I think that shows how much, you know, they love these reptiles. And we can do another video at sometime doing the gargoyle geckos, but I feel like these, like I said, their little toe pads are a little bit softer on the kids. When I pull the gargoyle geckos out, they seem to latch on a little bit harder, as opposed to these crested geckos, where they are a little bit softer to handle. And parents, make sure, or adults, make sure that the gecko's calm. And once the gecko's calm, then you allow the gecko to play with the kids. And watch the kids. You don't want the gecko to get hurt. And then limit the time. Limit the time to about 5 to 10 minutes with these geckos, with the kids. And know your gecko. If you got a crazy gecko, don't use that one. You want a good experience with the gecko and a good experience with the kids. And that's the key. So I'm gonna put this gecko closer to the camera so everybody can see.
And
Yeah.
this gecko's kind of cool because it looks like it's a flying gecko, but it's not, because its legs are like wings. And that's the coolest part.
Yeah, she's talking about the back has the little fringes on there. You can see the little line. That's what she thinks it looks like a flying gecko, so they're pretty cool. All right, guys. All right, so we're gonna say over and out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for watching NCG Reptiles, and what do you gotta say? Tell the camera.
Smash that subscribe button.
What?
Smash that subscribe button.
All right, guys. Say NCG Reptiles. NCG Reptiles. Over and out. Bye. Thank you.